And welcome to the February 20th edition of Mario Kart Deluxe. Racing with MysticGamer in town. How's everybody doing? Seemingly, I say seemingly, the kill issues have been fixed. Seemingly, I say seemingly, hopefully, it's all seemingly worked themselves out, or have worked out, hopefully. Knock on wood, we're on, we're good, I hope. Seemingly we're good. As before, but we'll see. As it missed, I was saying earlier on Friday, we were having some with a cable to the point where some of the TVs weren't coming in, and I was like, we can get all but one TV, and then we got that one TV, and then we got one TV that got on one channel working, and then then the living room that channel that went out on that TV, but we got so they said to reset, and then reset, and it didn't work. And then of course we got the same error we were getting the kitchen, so we so they sent somebody out back, and it seems to be working now. But who knows? Again, it's one of those things that's weird. It's like I've talked about it. It just seems like we're not getting enough cable to the house. I don't know. I really I don't know if internet or how do you want to say like enough. I don't. I don't want to say what. It's more like it's enough internet to the house, enough cable panel or whatever to the house. Trying to mystic in this chord, I guess.
Anything. No, there's no sound effects, no music, no nothing in the menus here. That's funny.
Good evening.
Aha! Good evening.
I think it's time for
There.
me to duck out since Mario Kart's coming up.
Yep, Mario Kart's coming up. Awesome. Well, thanks again for the
These
game,
messages.
Throg, and have a
You're
good
welcome. Night. Oh,
night. Nighty
just
night.
listen for a while.
Yeah, sure, of course. Like, up, Paladin.
Hi.
All right, that's cool. That's a fun game.
Yeah.
How many achievements I got? 15 of 50. Start bad. Mm-hmm.
By the time that race is over with, it'll be starting. It's just. No, it's not wait. It's like on the second lap, right? It's like, jeez. I'll just wait. So I was gonna do like a race and a 2 on worldwide, but I was waiting for you
Yeah.
and
There's the Switch Sports Online playtest. Woo. And I completely forgot to get on. But it'll be around before I know it.
The what? Whatchamacallit?
Where? Look, I got Nintendo Switch Sports. Found it's on my system.
I saw that turning into her.
Very short. Yeah, there might be more in the future popping up to play more. Boom, here we go.
Oh my god, this Garfield. Uh, it's just it's like a Sunday cartoon where Garfield goes out, he stands on like a mini pool, and like he walks. It looks like he it's out. He goes, "Oh, it's not warm enough yet." And the water was frozen in the pool. 26 more days.
Yep. Can't wait. Until what? The new track?
DLC.
Oh, 26? What day was it? Oh, so it's the end of March,
It's like this.
right?
The
What day is it?
It's like the second. I don't know the 18th. Yeah. No, the 11th.
Last or
Excuse me,
something like that?
11th. The 11th actually.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be definitely. Can't wait for that. Be cool to check out what's going on. All right, let me get in. All right. Now to wait until we can race. That means I can go and look at some of these achievements. Dang, you can get to level 7 on some of these? Find a little clover? That must be rare. Oh, wow. It's in the middle of a race. It's already in the next race. Defeat a giant blue Venus in the Mad Forest? What?
Blue penis.
Excuse me?
Oh, silently said defeat a blue penis.
No. No, not quite. Almost, but not quite. Blue Venus.
That's March
You'd be
18th.
like, what? Evolve the fire wand.
It's actually
Draw like
18th.
to level 7.
The first one comes
You
out.
can evolve the item?
Actually, the 18th. Excuse me. I'm miscounting. I'm thinking like 3 weeks from Friday. It'll be the 18th. The first wave.
5,000 coins in a single run? Oh boy, here we go. Good luck. Jump, oh, please. Round and round we go. I can attack. I can actually press a button to attack now. Boy, here we go.
Okay, that's an interesting name. Flat Belly.
Speaking of that, I need to change the title, the game title. After this race. I knew it. I was so funny because I was getting an item and it was a star band, and then before I could use it, I took a damage, and I'm all like, "Oh gosh!" I couldn't use it for a second, and I'm all like, "Oh gosh, use it before lightning bolt happened." And it's like, sure enough, lightning did happen. It took a bit, but it was a shock dodge. Oh, what hit me?
Okay, I'll take it first. Right, not getting the last item.
So with that one name. Oh, and there's a Joe Mo. What do you know? Oh man. Does it reach level 100 with the different characters? What? Survive for 30 minutes? Oh, Throg got that one. Oh, with Llama, whatever that is. Well, that's interesting. Go with the jungle.
Trying to. I always forget tomorrow's President's Day.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Aww.
Aha, Christmas in Animal Crossing.
That's when I first saw this track, this version of the track. I said this was very Christmassy.
It is indeed. Well, it is winter, so makes sense.
Yeah.
I was just actually thinking, I remember when Mario Kart 8 was coming out, like for Animal Crossing track, that there was like rumors and speculations on like what the other seasons were, because I think we saw some of it, but not all. I remember there was like a lot of rumors and stuff, and I'm like, dang, that was a long time ago. Remember the last time we had like a new Mario Kart game? We were getting so excited to see what new tracks and new stuff was to the game. I felt like ages now. At least we kind of got something new again. New tracks. But yeah, once all those come out, that's pretty much, unless something else comes out, this is, for better or for worse, is gonna be sort of the all-stars of Mario Kart right here. Oh, okay, good. I was like, give him one more box. Oh no! He had to run into it and ran into my banana, and I would have first, and now I'm not gonna get first. Wow, that sucks. I was doing so well too. Just that one hit. That's why you can't be serious with this game. Well, that first place, the me or whatever, it's like a shadow.
A therapy cat who provides comfort, hope, and lots of kisses to everyone he meets. Aww. That sounds like kind of cat I would like to be around.
Get out your 4.99s.
I know. Can't do anything about it. It'll show up on there, though.
Oh?
About what?
Nice, Ace. Yeah, it's a pretty stage in winter. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Excite Bike having 4 variations. There's only the 2, I believe, right?
You know, one thing I know probably they won't from is I would love is to see is like is what some of the things like they do of course with the reverse and then like from tour and like
Exactly.
how they do like the ramps too, which has different variations of the track too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Lap number 2.
glad he's okay.
Who put that there?
Mm.
NJ Mystic. That'll slow down first place. The pipe went down the drain. Yep. Ah. Mario Kart Wii May 29th? It's gonna be the 10-year anniversary of this
Wow.
game? Holy smokes. Yeah, Starman for like a
Oh
split
my
second.
god. Pass me. I was already cut the
Yep.
line. Holy crap.
Ooh la.
Bull. Boy.
Boo-ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I mean to vote for that.
Oh, that track. Let's go. And the winner is...
The winner is you!
Oh my gosh, I won!
You get a trip
Yeah,
to Baby Park.
congratulations. The winner is you.
And now if I get a first place in this, then what? Not much.
You get a trip to Baby
I
Park.
wonder how often that happens. I know no one really pays attention to that, but if they actually get their track picked, they win that, so it's a 1 in 12 chance, and then you win the race, which is like 1 in 12 chance.
Oh, it's more
Making
like
it, what, the same odds as getting a pink tail in like Final Fantasy 4 or something?
well, 1 in 11 right now because it's only 11 racers. Okay,
Yeah, I mean, there's that too. And also, there's also, it's a lot worse to get the pink tail in 4 because it's like, I think it's 1 in 64 for just seeing the fight, and then I think another 1 in 64 for the drop. Something like that. It's a lot harder.
ah,
Yep. All these red shells. They're trying to come for me and I actually have protection for once. Oh, but I'm in first right now? Oh, no, second. No, come back. I'm gonna win. I'm not going to win. Na, 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 na. Oh, wait! Come back! Oh, you... Oh! Bot Belly or whatever his name is.
that is his name, Bot Belly. Bot Belly, Bot Belly.
Da, 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 da. Do, 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Like when you get a weapon get, I think in Mega Man 4 on Game Boy. There's two of me.
I'm doing okay, Hoagie. Simply
What's
got
up,
my
Hoagie?
simply got my at least I hope my TV cable issues that we're having. But the other day, the cable in my kitchen was really.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Let me see. I don't know why. But my what was I? This one.
Will the real me please stand up? Alright. When can I sit down now? Oh, I don't know if Moral's here, but I'm wearing one of those shirts she got me for the AGDQ.
Well, I actually got the one. I'm saying it like me. I did. I got the one last year with like all the Nintendo like old school Nintendo characters.
I have that too. I have like the last two
Yeah.
previously. I'm surprised they didn't do it this time around.
It did something similar, but it was different characters.
Yeah, it was different. Yeah, it wasn't like those two others. I agree. Ah. Floodily.
Oh, I forgot this thing was on.
Surprise?
Looks to be streams working better. I don't know if it's just derping there for a second. I don't know.
I was actually kind of wondering.
Because Hoagie mentioned that like, okay.
Yeah, kind of. There is some, but I don't know.
Right, I'll
I'm
talk to you guys
going for
later.
that track.
And thanks you for your bananas. Very delicious. Delicacy.
course,
Oh,
I'm gonna
you
get the
would
ball
have the
when I get
horn when you
there.
drop. Oh, I didn't even get an item either. This track sucks. Wow. And then, wow. It's only a bad second lap. That's for sure.
I didn't even get a top, and then I can sandbox. I sandbox,
Aha, nice try.
Ah! Come on.
You tried to hit Danhausen with a banana, but it did not work.
Oh. Oh. I wish that
yeah,
Starman was still used it later. Oh.
Very nice.
Oh.
Very evil.
Oh, I took fourth. Thank you, Yogi.
Not too bad.
Alright,
Hoagie.
I changed that.
Yeah,
That's hopefully that too.
Weekend's doing good. How about you, Hoagie? Keep going down and down and down.
I can tell you, I am really glad I did not. I went to the movies instead of watching that Blood Money elimination, the Blood Money Chamber. Yes, it went down exactly like I thought it would. And everything I heard was this guy happened exactly the way it happened. So
Ooh, nice. You're gonna play Majora's Mask? Nice.
I missed
Yes.
nothing.
No.
Except
Side Pike.
Except Austin Theory being F5'd off the chamber and Madcap Moss being dumped on his head.
Danhausen is very nice, very evil. WWE, very mean, very evil. Danhausen works for AEW. Delicious hamburgers.
A&W root beer?
AEW, not AMW.
That is what I said, A&W.
Yep, there you go. Oh, I jumped over it. Darn it. Darn this track. Up 200cc.
Each place Firefly is just terrible.
Oh.
And now I'm a
Sneak attack. No! I don't even know what the items was gonna get. Not me.
Blue Shield.
Mm-hmm. Oh, crap.
And I missed the final power up. Thanks, game. Thanks.
This is a lot worse than the Rainbow Road. The last track we did. This is way worse.
Feels bad, man.
Go Hoagie! First place.
Oh, these are all 38 tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we already had the Turnpike this a few races ago, so choose one of the Mario tracks. Instead.
So I'm wondering when they add the new tracks, if you don't have the DLC, you can't pick it. Like if
Yeah.
you're on worldwide or regions. So it's like, is it going to be just one on there and it's crossed out and you can't pick it, or two, or could it be all three?
Good
And they can only
question.
pick random? Or are they going to add a second row of tracks for the DLC stuff? Or
That is a
how that
very good
works?
question. That's probably why it's gonna take a few extra days for them for you to play online to set that up. How that's gonna work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could still. Yeah, that's pretty much what I heard, Hoagie. I'm just wondering how it's going to be like, because it's like they're not dividing the user base, which is a good thing. But it's like, is it going to be one of those where it's only going to be the one track of the new stuff showing up? Therefore, it's going to be a lot of the old tracks still, or is there going to be a chance to still be two or three? But they have less of an option. I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
I just saw a sign that says fuel, and the image of it was on the image that was on it was on fire. What up, fuel? And it's like a mushroom on fire. I don't think that's a good thing. Fire and fuel don't really go together very well.
No, I think Toad would definitely not like that. Any of the mushroom retainers or anything.
Oh my god, why still...
Curse you!
What happened?
How dare you hit Danhausen with a bomb?
Wah wah. A bomb.
It's a bomb!
There we go. Nah, I'll take fourth.
Good to the max.
I was gonna. It was funny. I was gonna say someone always has to be 12th, and I'm like, oh shoot, you're 12.
Except there's only 11 races, so it's 11.
Or 11, yeah, whatever, yeah. Well, in this case, it would be whatever the amount of people are. Hopefully, they update the buggy online. Hopefully, and add characters. Hopefully, even though you think they would have said something about that. Boop, boop, boop.
It's always have it. Hopefully they will.
Yeah, hopefully.
Give us a pack with Pauline, Diddy, and Dixie, and Funky.
Or costumes as well. I mean,
Oh yeah.
there's so many different characters and whatnot in like Mario Tour they can pull from.
Right.
Costumes, they could have done costume things like they do like Mario Golf or every month. Maybe there's some like
Well,
ranking thing and I don't know.
I say they should do is the costumes is like change, just put them in like they did with the Yoshi and the Shy Guy where you change colors, but instead you change costume.
Multiple different colored Donkey Kong. I like that. Yeah, the green one, like the Hulk.
I meant like you can have like you select on Mario, you can have like a Mario from dressed in the top hat and whatever.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, pretty much. That's costume, pretty much.
Oh,
Would be nice, but oh well.
Danhausen thanks you for your triple mushroom.
Yeah, now
I see somebody got a ghost.
Stealing my mushrooms.
What? It was free.
And then I got first in the first lap. Hooray! Cue the video, right? Oh.
Doesn't work that way.
I mean, if it was a random one lap run, I could have gotten a first. So, yeah, there you go.
You know, one thing I think would be neat is, I think it's somewhat not mentioned much. I think you may have mentioned it once, but it's like, we definitely would love to see is in one of the waves is the Mario Kart 7 Rainbow Road.
That could be one of them added with the new tracks.
Yeah.
I mean, they got... Is it 4 more?
5
or
more.
5 Rainbow Roads?
That they could...
Because we got 3 right now in this, right? Or is it 4?
It's 3.
Yeah, it's 3. I mean, there's 8 games, so there's got to be 8 Rainbow Roads. Yeah. I guess we'll see. Stay together, Bullet Bill. Stay together. I knew it. I was just. I had 3 more mushrooms, and I'm gonna take the shortcut, and nope, lost it all.
I didn't, because I was in bullet mode.
Yep. Yeah, Mark Hardy's still selling like crazy. I'm sure it's part that and part they only want 1 per system. Because I know if they add another one, it's like, well, there's obviously one that's better.
Wait. Let's all say it together. This doesn't count.
Well, it doesn't count.
There's one
Oh,
per
that
system.
race?
That was 1 per system.
Ah. Yep, doesn't count. Nope. Don't think so.
Because of the port. I actually knew Mario Kart.
Support, yeah. I mean, yeah, oh, yeah, you mean with that. I mean, this one sold better than the Wii U, so theoretically, usually the original that it released on sells more than the ports, right? So this is even backwards, isn't it? What? Nintendo that actually said Wii U didn't count as a system?
What? Not me.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. I mean, that's interesting. It is a system. I mean, they're not sold well. It's a system, and it's good for what it was back then. It was good overall. People just say it's bad only because they look at the numbers. There's a lot of good games that came out for it.
Oh, yeah, well, they all got ported to the Switch.
They all got, yeah, that's the thing though. They all got ported to Switch because they're good games, meaning that there were good games on Wii U.
Yeah.
The only thing is, most of anything that was worthwhile to actually play on Wii U is already on the Switch, so now it becomes a little more of a moot point to even have it. There's still some stuff. I mean, there's the Twilight Princess and Wind Waker remakes. Those are really good. That didn't get ported, at least not yet. But yeah, a lot did come out, like Hyrule Warriors, you know, Treasure Tracker was added, and a lot of other games. Obviously Mario Kart 8. So yeah, it's been a lot. Okay. Thank you, whoever
Oh
had the
my
bananas.
God. Why did that not hit the freaking green
It still
shell?
sucks. It's a joke.
It's a joke, man. It's just a joke.
It's a joke. Yeah, didn't you know it was a joke? That's the problem with text reading. It's like, man, that had to be a joke, but who knows? It's not like when you hear somebody, you actually hear the sarcasm. It's like, you know it. Sammy.
That's what Cap is for.
That's what Kappas are for, yeah.
In some
I'm like,
cases, because Kappas are banned, and so, they get someday it's with a smiley face, like, like across the point.
yeah, what is on Wii U that's still kind of really good and exclusive?
I don't know. They did point over.
Oh yeah, Color Splash would be one, yeah. Yeah, that's one. I was gonna say the Star Fox Zero, but isn't that sort of a remake of the first game? So again, so it's sorta not. That was actually a really good game if they just take out, obviously if they bring it to Switch, because the game itself is good. People hate it because of the the Wii mode or the Wii the gamepad and motion and second screen. I mean that the second screen was kind of like somewhat jarring to play, and it was kind of very extreme in some stuff and actual gameplay mechanics. But it's like if it were to just take that out and just make it the normal stages and just be with a controller, that's a good game. But I don't think we're ever going to get a port of that.
Yeah, I think there's too much hate for the game for it to be ported.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Do well too, because of the issues with the game, the issues there were with the game.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it could sort of take it and it's completely retooled and just act like it's a different game. Call it like, I don't know, Star Fox Beginnings or something like that.
It reminds me, there was a game. I talked to. I've been reading the NES Encyclopedia. I found out. Did you know Mario 2 technically has a Trolls game that's sort of in the same series as it was Mario 2?
Question.
Yeah, what was it again?
Did you know Mario 2 is technically in the same series as a Trolls game that was released only in the UK?
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Because they were
I know
both
that Mario 2 is Doki Doki Panic.
Yeah, they're both based on a Doki Doki game.
Well, then there's the tie-in, I guess.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Was it? I mean, is it the same world? It's not the same world. Doki Doki Panic and Super Mario Bros. 2 USA, I guess. Because one is in a dream and the other one's in a book.
Oh, true, but it's the same series is the idea, I guess.
Series, yeah, it would be. True enough. Oh, really, Ace? That's the only Star Fox you liked? I liked it a lot, too. The only thing I was like, definitely, I could definitely see it, even for me being kind of hard, is when, the first stage when you take the secret path and you do that other one where the camera on the screen is always facing towards, but you're, like the camera's fixed towards the, whatever that structure was in the middle. Even if you start turning and flying, the camera is fixed in one direction. You're not behind the R-wing. And you have to actually also look at the screen on the gamepad. That did take some use. So that one is definitely need a retooling for sure. If they were going to make it on one screen and controller only, but it could be they could change it up and make it normal somehow. The only thing that was a letdown for me with Star Fox Zero was that it overall didn't do well. Like it was hated and stuff like that. Otherwise, I mean, production-wise, it was pretty good, and there was like a story, cutscene, I think at the beginning at least. I don't think there was in between. There were some interesting missions later on, like I think it was that snow area. It's been a while since I played this. Like some bossy type fights or whatnot. It just I think most of the hate was really because of it really utilizes the gamepad in a Nintendo way.
How the heck did I even get hit there? Oh,
But
God.
that's just my feelings on it. It's different for everyone anyway. Be very careful. So now it's going to be like, yeah, I don't think we're ever going to get another Star Fox game. It's going to be dormant forever like it is with F-Zero. Unfortunately. Yeah, as far as other games, it's really good, unique on there. I don't know. I'd have to take a look. Yeah, I mean, I haven't had my Wii U. I still have it, and like all the games and everything. I just haven't had it set up for a good while.
From Danhausen with love.
What?
What the frick?
Nice, very evil.
What was it you hate about the game? I'm just curious about that, Eds. Is it the motion? It's funny because I remember when I played like those normal levels, like the first level or whatever, I've ended up never looking at the second screen, the gamepad screen. I just looked at the normal one and just was almost literally like acting like a normal Star Fox game. There are others that were different. Definitely quite different. Oh yeah, the controls were awful. Yeah. So if they were to put it on Switch and it'd be only like a normal control, could that possibly save it? That's why I'm like, yeah, if they ported like that, I'm like, that probably would save it and be saw it as better, but it's like, yeah. So much hate for it in general, it's like probably won't happen. NJ Nimbus. I mean, with Switch, I feel like the whole where they're forcing the motion control and uniqueness is kind of lackluster now. Wouldn't you say? What was it? There was some game I'm thinking of that was like, you think was going to be like motion heavy and whatnot, and ended up not being. It had normal controls. I'm trying to remember what it was.
Oh yeah, there was a thing that just came out too, saying Nintendo's working on potential new technology, like basically a new way to play. And people are like, the Switch is fine the way it is. Just improve on it. Like
That's
they're like
funny.
talking about like an all new controller that's completely different, and they're like, it's fine. You don't need to do that.
Yeah, I can agree. Yeah, normal controls is, you know,
Because
good enough for
Nintendo,
me.
you know, they have a track record of they invent a new way to play and then they improve on it. And we're on the improve on it stage right now.
It
I
does
think.
also, it does also kind of depend on, you know, of the game itself. Like, you know, sometimes it's actually a good thing when they have it not being just a normal control or normal play or whatever. Like Wii Sports Resort or Wii Sports. I'm all like, if I were to play that with a normal control, I think it would be lackluster compared to the motion.
Yeah, agreed.
It just depends on what the software pretty much is or what it's trying to strive for. Really? I still get hit after all that?
Dan has some very nice, very evil.
I was so gonna be like getting that second or third, and it's like that just had to happen. Yeah, I think Nintendo, especially since I guess different higher ups and stuff, it's become a lot less. At least with motion and stuff, they still kind of do it, and depending if it's, you know, if it warrants something unique, sure. I mean, I guess there's like Donkey Kong Country, Tropical Freeze had no motion, anything at all. Where at least Returns had that, where you had to like shake to ground pound. I mean, Ring Fit Adventures obviously needs the ring. The Ring Fit actually is a very, very good piece of hardware. It works well with that software. That one just is like no contest on that. That game does not need to be on a controller. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, if you look at like Metroid Dread, I mean, you know, we got Prime 3 that was motion control only and aiming, and now it's like normal. I don't know. I feel like there's still some other game I'm like trying to think of, and I can't remember.
Back to the turnpike.
I mean, just that there's the Pro controller in general. Remember how Mario Kart Wii was all about using only the Wiimote? Well, not necessarily, not for the most part. You could use like the classic controller. Huh?
The Wave Rider.
Oh, that's awesome, Eds. Accessibility options. And Nintendo can be stubborn, yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh.
One really good thing with like FF14 as well, a lot of accessibility options.
Thanks, they played two single mushrooms. Oh my god, I wasn't even in that spot. Like,
Welcome to Mario Kart. Actually, maybe it was Splatoon 2. I'm not sure. Because Splatoon 2, you could play with a Pro Controller. Where I think, wasn't it Splatoon 1 you could only do with the motion and the gamepad? I kind of saw even with Switch being kind of like, it's more normal of a normal system. Like, there was no, like, there's no camera on it and stuff like that. So they can't do all that extra, camera perks. IR.
so I'll have to look it back and watch another time.
22 paper boy. Yeah, that's true. Super Mario Party. I mean, you needed to play with the Joy-Cons. And I mean, I think that was pretty much because of the mini games. Because it had motion and stuff, and I guess if you're gonna need the Joy-Con for even those little moments, I'm guessing they just wanted to make it a smooth experience instead of you swapping controllers during play. But yeah, I mean that's true. Yeah, but then of course look at the Mario Party Superstar, and you have normal controls, even though it is the older games anyway. Red Shield didn't save me. Nope, and nope.
Guys, both get. Oh, come on, game.
Hey, come on, Bullet Bills! Whoa! Yeah, I know I got hit right when you like started complaining. I was like, timing couldn't be any more better.
Gross. Probably able to put the two guys, two people in front of me, guys, so I get
Mario Kart.
Freaking last place.
Our way or the highway.
So wrong. So freaking wrong.
I mean, it is, I guess. I was just thinking of that one thing where they had that fourth Paper Mario game. The one on I think it was 3DS. Yeah, it was that one. And they're all like, it's after Super Paper Mario. And then it was, as far as I understood, originally the developers were making a game similar to, I guess, to older or Super Paper Mario. And I think it was Miyamoto that came up and is like, it's not different enough. And so they had to go back and change things. And that just makes me think, yeah, it's one of those where every game they want it to be kind of unique, more unique than the last. That could be a good or a bad thing. Now, let me see. Can't cart today. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I saw it. I mean, yeah, if you can't make it, no worries.
Yeah, it's always another week.
Your sub happened to expire. No! But you brought the system anyway. Aw.
Sub coaster
Yeah,
hat.
no worries, Alex.
Got you $4.99, $9.99, $24.99,
That's right. Even 9.99s. We don't
$5.99,
discriminate here.
or $5.99 if you're on mobile, or $5.39, whatever it is on mobile.
Get out your Danhausen 9.99.
Oh, snap. Did you let your sub expire, though? Would you have reoccurring? Oh, no.
Ah, yes. Danhausen thanks you for your 3 red shells.
All right, Van Helsing. Oh, you knew it. I didn't even get a pickup either. It's over. Game over.
Game over, man. Oh my god.
Game. I'm just looking at that emote, Paladin. I'm like, it's such a good emote. Game over. There it is. That's so funny when you're looking at it. I guess he's just saying the over part, but
Yeah,
it looks
'cause you
almost.
can only have 60 frames on
Yeah.
any emotes.
I mean, that works. That part looks good. But it's so funny when I start looking after a couple times, I'm thinking he's saying, okay. Okay. Oh, Super Mutant, thank you so much for that gifted sub.
You're welcome.
And congrats, Alex. You got a sub running. May not be the NSO sub, but you got a sub.
Racing reflective.
Hmm. Uh-oh. Mirrored.
Ah!
Ah.
It is Danhausen's friend Pepsi Man.
Pepsi Man.
Pepsi Man.
Morton's Mutsky from
Please,
Honor
give
Rising.
Danhausen some money for using his finisher.
Cha-ching. Oh, someone stole my horn. Who did that?
That might have been me.
It wasn't Danhausen.
Oh,
Danhausen does not steal.
nope. It was the ghost, of course.
It was me, of course. It was me all along, Austin.
Yeah, got him. Blue shell. Check green shell. Come back and hit me.
Danhausen is not sorry for this.
I should hope. No!
Wow,
Okay, I know exactly what
just
you're talking about
got
now.
out of ghost mode. Just, like,
Got wrecked. I don't think I had one shock dodge today. Heather! What's up, Heather? Oh, you didn't get those items? Are you serious?
come on.
This is acceptable.
Hello, Heather. Woo woo woo. Shadow says hi. FNA. Oh my gosh, that emote.
Ah, look. It is the Mark Fish. Mark
Oh.
Fish is in the room.
Oh. Oh. What's up, Mark Fish?
Hello.
Mark Fish is joining on Discord.
Aha. Da, 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 da.
Danhausen welcomes you.
Am I gonna have to change my name now? Come on.
I think you're fine. I mean, 1998 is a good year.
I mean, that's not necessarily what the 98 means.
Yeah, I know.
but I was born in that year,
Nice.
so it accidentally makes sense.
The
Alright,
we go.
I was just using.
year of the Ocarina of Time. Yeah.
Alright,
I was just using those words, those numbers, just because numbers.
oh, am I just creating my name on Yahoo? Which I wanted to, like, something that would go with my AOL name, and I had used my fanfic character from as Super Mutant as the name on AOL, so I just gotta use on Yahoo, but Yahoo already had a Super Mutant as a screen name, so I had to come up with something else with it. So I said, why not
It's pretty
$29.99?
Here you go. Just wait until it's the year 29.99. That'll be a big year to celebrate, right?
I'm a big comic geek, and you know, like reference the Marvel comic line.
Ah, have you read Warhausen? Very good comic book. About Danhausen and Warhorse.
Nice freaking Waluigi on Wiggler called Scrub.
I actually
Yep.
Could not
been
be
once.
more
Actually
clear.
saw Warhorse the other day on the Masked Wrestler.
Yep. Nice.
He's a judge with Matt Tremont. I forget who the other one is, but
Exactly, Eds.
Oh, nice banana snipe.
Someone. No, I don't know. I'm gonna say it'd be like someone named Dan,
Really
using the
sorry
pun of Van Housen.
for online incidents.
Oh, I made it up here.
Watch
Neat.
me tear up the track.
Oh, boo! Not now!
Danhausen's favorite food is butter. It is a delicacy.
What is a Danhausen? Let me guess.
Yes,
Yes,
hello, Heather.
he likes punching things, right?
Ooh.
Well, good thing
Danhausen is a human being like everyone else.
good thing is
That Eds.
his YouTube channel, he likes opening toys.
This is Dan Hauser feller.
Yeah, who could that be?
I have no idea who that is. I
How
am
about
Dan
Sam?
Hausen. I am not Dan Doogie Hauser.
What about Sam Hauser?
Doogie
Doogie Hauser.
Hauser.
It's Dan Hausen with an N.
Oh, yeah, no, not with the M. It's gotta be with the N. But what about Sam Hauser?
This is not acceptable. My name is Dan Hausen.
We're the lead head writer for Bully.
We got a lot of scrubs in the room.
Oh boy, here we go. Scrubs.
DLC, very good friends of Dan Hausen. They don't want no scrubs.
I see.
Scrub is the one who cannot get love from Dan Hausen.
How can you hate the show Scrubs? I don't know what to say. I don't know. Fire is good.
Oh, nice.
That'd be one of the one things that would be next to that from let's say one of these days.
Oh god.
Oh gosh.
I
Oh
almost didn't
gosh.
see the bomb that was being thrown because Boo was taking up my space.
Ah, boo. Boo hoo.
Fly me a frickin' river.
Yep.
Cry,
Even after all that, it's
cry
12 still.
me
Oh
to
my
the
gosh.
moon. Their name remain in-
Uh-oh. I saw red for a second there on OBS. But it's green again, so yay.
Oh great, blue shell now. A boo. I still
Hey,
running at
Waluigi
a.
behind me, you think you wanna save me a little bit? Okay, guess not.
Oh? Woo, woo, woo.
Oh, someone there.
That's the noise Voyager makes when he gets hit with something. One of the best noises in the game.
Again with these single mushrooms.
F-N-A. How am I still 12?
Double green shells ain't gonna help me, dog. I'm sorry, like, anyone...
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Welcome to frickin' Mario Kart.
Yes, ninth.
Well, at least I beat FNA. He's got 69 in his BR. FNA, you won the game. You gotta leave now.
F-N-A. Ooh, that track. Scrub too fast. Scrub on, scrub off.
That's how that works.
Sure. You're wipe on, wipe off. You're scrubbing on, you're scrubbing off. The scrubber.
I am trying to decide if I should get Astalon on the Nintendo Switch. It looks like a good game.
What was it? Estalon?
Astalon. Made by Billy Gunn.
Does Ass Boys get involved too?
Good morning, Sandy.
I heard they were getting into game development.
Sandy. See? Come on, Sandy. What is it? Oh my. Eyes are half open still. He woke up.
Man.
Oh, that reminds me. I was watching somebody. They did TikTok of their girlfriend and loved one watching the finale of The Sopranos for the first time, and they'll look at her face like, "That's it."
That's it. Surprise, surprise.
Nice trajectory, Lakitu. Get to swing me out, swing me around in a couple circles before taking me back.
Good luck. Those Kochi's gonna be bringing back that Mario Kart 8 next month. Speaking of Kochi's laugh.
No, I don't think this is real cheese you're racing on.
It's grated cheese, yeah.
It's frickin' sand that looks like cheese.
Mm-hmm. It kind of does.
It's like sand and rocks and crap everywhere.
Just the cheese is at specific spots or something like that.
It just looks like cheese. Like,
Cheese is delicious.
you're seriously not telling me.
Dan Hauser says.
In the same family as butter.
You're seriously not telling me like the god of all cows.
Love that
birthed
damn
this
house.
Kerry Gold?
land. Like you're telling me the god of all cows would have to like milk itself.
Yep.
And to make a river of milk, and then there had to be some like tectonic plates moving enough heat to generate to curdle the milk to make cheese, and then it's aging and it's aging and it's aging, and now it's this place.
You'd be surprised after seeing what I saw in Peacemaker this week. That's all I will say.
About cheese making, some illegal cheeses banned in several countries. I forget what the name is, but there's one that was like, oh my gosh, I'd never want that cheese.
Oh my god, they did it at the end of the episode too. Like, oh my god.
Of course, Moral.
Seriously, if you have not you haven't watched Peacemaker, you'll have to you don't even have to like.
There we go. Look at that. Oh, that's easy to show. Look at Simba. There's Simba right now. That was easy actually to swap over.
DC movies or anything. Joy.
There you go.
Joy of funny.
Look at Simba. Look at Simba. Look how comfy he is. It's a comfy kitty.
Funny action-packed show that's.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're racing reflected.
We're racing reflected. Yeah, where's Zooch anyway?
Oh, we need this man in here.
Good boy.
Maybe his cock got reflected.
Exactly.
Oh.
Alright, gotta race. I'm not petting him or whatever. He might eventually want to just get up and go back to the bed or something.
I've never seen you play as Koopa before, Hoagie, but I welcome it. Boop was a good
Nice.
character. Fuck, how'd I miss that?
This version of the song sucks. Danhausen prefers the Super Nintendo version.
The song?
Yes.
Huh? How? Huh?
He's referring to the game he's playing. I don't know which game he's playing.
Oh, okay, I thought he was gonna say. I was like, wait, first of all, Donkey... Oh, well, actually it is on Super NES. That's true. For a moment I was thinking, are we talking about a system earlier than what it was on? Like Wii?
I mean,
The Wii U? And I'm all like, oh yeah, the
about
Super
this-
NES one.
If we want to talk about Discourse, this ain't the best remix in the game.
Mm-hmm.
As of right now, I think the best remix is She-Train. In terms of the music.
Oh, for all the tracks in this game?
In terms of all the retro tracks.
Ah,
In terms of the music. Like how they remixed it.
right, yeah.
Oh my god.
I know!
Running me
I mean, I got hit like
running
2 times, and then I had no momentum and fell off the gap. What am I supposed to do about that?
Oh, sorry. We're technically in star mode.
Good luck. Oh, you want to get up, don't you, Simba? Wait a little more, I'll be able to rub you. Just wait a little bit more. Simba, no, 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 no. It's okay, it's okay. Good boy, Simba. Good boy. There he goes. Up he goes. Now we got Shadow again.
Yeah, you
God,
clap those stubs, villager.
ridiculous. It's freaking
There's Simba.
ridiculous. This gotta stop. This freaking gotta stop.
Oh my.
It will stop
I'll never stop.
in due time.
It's getting comfy over there. Alright. There's Sleepy Shadow. Alright, back to the races. And what's up, Sonny? Sega and Paramount. Can't wait for April 8. That's the movie, right? Sonic 2?
Yep.
Or is it something else?
Oh,
What? Sega April 8? Oh, the Sega Genesis Collection? Wait, that's 2009. April 8, 2009. Is that recent? No, that was 2009. That's funny. That was something that was on that date. But it was 2009. That's funny. It was the first thing on the Google search. That's funny. What's up, Chronic? How's things going? Guys, give Chronic Sauce a follow. He deserves it. You never know when he's going to cast again, so you better be ready. Very good.
Ah! Danhausen moved over to Peach, so Peach got hit by the red shell instead of Danhausen.
Nice. Kind of haven't really looked today, but I'll take a look right after this.
Very clever.
oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
And somebody tried to back up for Pelt.
Oh, what hit me?
Alright, Phil.
Oh yeah, that's right. Wow.
Oh.
Hey, I still got my boost at least. Oh, I didn't even get an item either. Wow, lucky me. Oh, you got the mount? You got the mount! Oh, I've been doing a lot today in FF14. Your
Oh my
Baja.
God.
Field notes RNG is finally over. Nice. I'm doing so bad.
Oh my God. Again with cheating.
Welcome to Mario Kart. I still need to get that mount, and I will get it. But that's awesome. You got the other mount. Oh wait, you got both? You even got that other mount. Like, especially the Rathalos one. Did you just get the minion today too? That one's a lot more easier. But I guess you did. You just went full on and went for the mount, huh? Did I buy it? Yeah, I got the DLC. Did you get it, Chronic?
Same
And
here,
yes,
got
I
the
will
same.
be casting it when it comes out.
Yeah, you'll have like a friend lobby.
Yeah, I'm wondering exactly how they're implementing. Like, if it's always
think-
consistent that you're going to be able to get the new tracks and
I
region, I guess? I don't know.
I think it's like it comes on to online on the
Oh, yeah.
PlayStation, but
Oh, that's
I
right.
think you can do it before if you host a friend lobby.
You're right, like for a few days or something like that, right? Well,
I think
have
that's-
to, yeah. We gotta play the new ones, however it is. So it's probably gonna be that. Yep, Moral got hers.
Yep, gonna have a whole weekend of some Mario Kart goodness.
Yeah, that DLC comes out on a Friday. So it's probably like over that weekend. It's like private rooms only. Maybe I'm guessing that's the incentive to get people. Oh, I can't wait anymore. I gotta buy the DLC. I can't, like maybe, whatever. Maybe that's partly it.
So
Yeah.
supposedly, Detective Pikachu 2 is in the development for the Switch.
Oh, nice.
I've heard of that. It was a while ago that I heard of that. I think it was in development. Unless it was a rumor.
The main villain gonna be this time Darkrai.
Hate it. Just an ow. Who's fireballing me and trying to hit me with a boomerang too? Okay, they actually hit me with a boomerang now. Oh, and I didn't shock dodge.
Oh, man. Can't run over
Flatten the
Philo.
villager though.
Yep, I was definitely flattened.
Was I?
Ah. The gears are turning. It's the gears of war.
Bling coins.
Darn that blue shell.
I want to be
I always feel like there is a way to go down in there, but nope.
so I can pay off on the,
Wow, wow. Wow, 4 to 11. It was like, it wasn't if, it was a matter of when.
Somebody trying to throw the shells backwards, but I have protection.
Yeah, I missed it.
And
Did
there.
you see that they showed off the Sega SG-1000 today on GameSack?
Yeah, I saw
Is that the thing on April 8th that Sunny was talking about?
Possibly.
Possibly.
I haven't watched the video, but I saw
No, I
that.
haven't actually.
GameSack is one of my favorite channels.
Ooh.
I didn't watch it yet, but I saw that the video.
I think his first console. What? That's cool.
Danhausen's home.
I know, right, Chronic? That was a thing I should have liked forever, and I never did. And now I'm like almost done. But I'll finish the rest of whatever with Moral and Friends. Woo woo woo. I think I needed only like 11 more runs to get that mount.
Okay.
But then I'm gonna be ahead of you again. Yup. Mm-hmm.
Trouble does, dog.
Ah, there is the ooch.
Ooch.
It's usually him just playing that he shows up the last game you're playing.
Usually, yeah. I mean, well, it's like 45 minutes left. So he's got plenty of time. Double boomerangs, apparently.
Blue show, very nice, very evil.
Very evil indeed.
I'm surprised they didn't slow down. Are they mushroomed? Yeah.
Oh, you're not gonna do more than the one weapon per relic or whatever it is, Chronic. It is a good amount of work, that's for sure. Yeah, if you have just the one main, you're pretty much just gonna play. Yeah, I wouldn't theoretically need more than the one.
Sorry, not sorry.
Aha! Well,
Yeah.
sorry, but I'm not getting hit by that shock dodge. I just ran
Yes,
over
I
a
know.
green shell, that's all.
Danhausen saw you in Starman
The
mode.
scrubs are hacking. There have been blue shelled twice, and none of them
Ah,
had the
but
ever
thank
taken
you.
damage.
Danhausen,
got
thank you
bored.
for your mushrooms.
I still
And then,
got-
funny enough, even though shock dodge, I'm still 11th place.
Mushrooms and butter, very good.
This game.
Playing with hackers?
What? The movie Hackers? 1980s something?
Frickin' the Wig Fu scrubs. They got blue shelled twice in the race, and they didn't take damage either time. They didn't have a mushroom, they didn't have a super horn.
Shadow.
They're hacking.
Couple. Yeah. Definitely don't have to do all the jobs, Chronic. Just do whatever you want, pretty much. I agree, Moral. Stupid dumb walls and stuff. Shadow. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I'm loving it.
I'm loving it.
You work for McDonald's? Danhausen works for A&W. Delicious
mean,
hamburgers.
Didn't you know that there was a McDonald's DS game that new recruits had to play
Yes.
in Japan, at least? That was very interesting. Definitely was an interesting game in general. Had some good music too. What? Freaking Roy, not Roy. I literally bumped into him, and you know what? He bumps me off. It's like it's not like a friction of two heavies. It's nope. I just fly off.
I guess you could say Roy's not your boy.
Not Roy. Roy did it again! I bumped into him and he knocked me off! I hate this game
dare
for
you?
moments!
Nuke this track from orbit. Wait, it isn't orbit.
It is in orbit, yeah. Therefore, just blow it up into pieces and you don't have to worry about casualties.
Oh, that's the priest that's raining down.
Nah, that's just minor details. And I don't have to worry. Hi, Shadow. Where'd that red shell come from?
Somebody threw it backwards, obviously.
Obviously. But why? Aha!
That's a very good question.
Mystic Gamer is not sorry.
Oh my god. I'll spike that still got for it.
Still. That's a fake Yoshi? Yeah, they're fake Yoshis. Gonna start leveling White Mage? Nice.
Evil G Kit, evil QG. You
Yeah,
skinned the
I agree.
skinned the Yoshi and then took another Yoshi's body and turned it into a vehicle. Cause he's very evil.
Now she takes expert dungeons. Oh boy! Da do 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 do. Da na 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 na. No, 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 no. I don't know why I'm singing Zelda and showing Leonardo. I think the only thing I can pull out right now. Or this. I mean, you remember this, Moral? Look, it's FNA. FNA, you're popular.
Oh, Leonardo.
What? I'm just saying, this is what she gave me. I can't get around that.
Oh, is that a plush or a Funko Pop? I can know.
So yeah, it's a Funko Pop.
I got a couple of Pennywise pops. I got mystery boxes.
Oh.
No, I wasn't like that.
It's FNA when he's kissing his GF.
Didn't have a chance to pick any up before the damage was gone on, and I got a mystery box. So hey, it worked out perfect.
Aha! Nice.
Ah!
Now that Jonathan
What's that?
the case.
That was Pennywise from the first.
You sounded like the murder bird. Vance Archer.
That was Tim Curry Pennywise. Ah.
Jim Carrey. Whoa.
Tim Curry.
Jim Carrey, yeah. Isn't it funny? It's just like one letter change and it's a different person entirely. Or almost. Well, the last thing is kind of different. But it's close enough.
I had Tim Curry once. It was very delicious.
Oh, somebody stole my radio.
Season that Tim Curry. What? Oh, I saved myself somehow. But I didn't get an item.
Wow. I jumped over the bomb explosion.
Welcome to Mario Kart.
I don't know how that was possible, okay?
Very possible. First place is now at least in third, if not further back. As I let go of the freaking banana. As I let go of the freaking banana.
So I'll tell you a funny thing that happened. I was playing. I finally finished the Sleeping Dogs DLC and all this week.
You did one of the X Primals. Nice.
You
didn't do much of the extremes, the Primal extremes yet.
I had done the main story a few months ago, but I had not finished the DLC content till today. And the other day I did like the first 6 missions in Thursday night, and what you are a cop in the DLC. You're back as a cop, so you get to stop drivers to say, "Stop! I need your car."
Need your car.
I need your car. Need to borrow your car. So one of the people I stopped the person. I guess. Well, I tried to get in the car.
Oh.
I guess at the same time that was happening, he tries to exit. So instead of exiting to the car, he goes through the roof. Is standing on the roof of his car.
Whoa. That's crazy.
I cloaked it out. It was funny. It reminds me, there was a time way back when I started streaming, one of the first games I played was Watch Dogs, and it is the character driving and he's getting out of his car as it stops. So all of a sudden the character just pops out of through the car. So I tell that that's not how to get out of a car.
Nope.
So I tell that one. That's not how you get out of a car in 2022, the new one. Both ironically have the word dog in it. Sleeping Dogs, Watch Dogs.
Oh, I love it. I love it when that happens on TikTok Clock.
TikTok Clock.
What happened?
I ricochet off the gong because I hit it the wrong way and go flying.
Oh,
that's the
yeah,
worst.
it happened to me too. I ate that. Actually, happened to me earlier today.
Shotgun.
Whoa, lighting funny.
Oh, God, didn't even let me get a power up.
Dude, that flag switch.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Nice.
there are thousand VR in the room, but like this,
I
and
refuse to
it
play
makes
with
no
these idiots.
sense.
What happened with the VR?
So somebody went 1,000 VR.
A
1,000
new
players
player. Nice.
in a room. Like, why would you put somebody like that in this room?
I don't think there's any. It just throws into whatever room. It doesn't matter. I guess the idea is, well, if they do beat somebody that's like 20,000, it's like they just have a higher boost.
Yeah, we
But
fuck
that's
up.
it, GG.
Screw everyone
I
else over.
recommend. I would recommend leaving the lobby around those two Waluigis. They
Uh-huh.
have they have like they have cheating devices on them.
Oh, all right. I mean, we've been in this for a while. We could back out after this one since it's already gone. There's still a little bit of
Oh,
time, I guess.
makes me wish we exit out before the race started.
Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, if there's like a cheating thing or whatever, it's like, it's probably other rooms.
Time to
Simba.
exit stage left.
Yeah, after this one.
The blue toilet bowl.
Hopefully I remember.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Facial expressions.
Ah, darn it. Darn you, lightning bolts. Hey, by the way, the final lap in a one-lap race. 3 segments, but 1 lap.
Okay, I'm going to get something to eat now. Thank you for inviting Danhausen into your housing.
Sure, no problem. Thanks for hanging out. And say hi to Paladin for me.
Yes, yes, good man. Be sure to follow him on Twitch.
Indeed.
Oh god, game.
Yeah, yep. Maybe it is this room. I was like not doing good in general normally, so I'm all good in a whole back out and go into a different room. So yeah, back out. Or at least I'll back out. I mean, could stay here if you want.
Yeah, no,
Not
thank
stopping you. Guess I'll give it a moment. I'm gonna say something else. Well, oh yeah, it was half an hour. Good luck.
I think for me that'll be my Mario Kart session for the night because I don't know.
I mean, you had
Just
enough
let it
for now. I
rip.
mean, it's all good. But me. Yeah, and tomorrow's President's Day. Still gonna cast like normal. If only there was like a Mega Man game that had a president, man. Or is there someone that could... What should I cast tomorrow? If there's anything specifically for being President's Day. Yeah, it's in 5 hours now, Sting? The Capcom thing? I thought it was tomorrow, so it's tonight. Yeah.
Well, technically, it would be tomorrow.
Isn't it rumored that it's supposed to be Street Fighter 6 reveal?
Oh,
They're building up for it.
Oh,
Or is it for sure Street Fighter 6?
oh, it's a 5 hours be past midnight, so it'd be technically
It's only be
tomorrow.
10 p.m. I don't know what you mean. I mean, it's 5 hours is only going to be what, 7, 8 p.m. in Hawaii on a Sunday. So yeah, totally that. It really depends. I mean, it's already like deep into Monday already, like in Australia.
It's like
Tracks
9
music.
a.m.
Wait, 5 hours from now? Oh, 4 from now. Well, I was about to say, how is it? It's 5 p.m. and it's 5 hours. How's it 9 p.m.? Yeah, I'll definitely want to check that out. I don't know if I'll. Oh. Probably not. Unless I ninja it, but I don't know. We'll see. I'll definitely want to watch that. Yeah, I do want to see it. It's not that late or anything like that, so I can totally check that out. Are you gonna watch it, Sting? If it's rumor Street Fighter 6, or maybe it might be other stuff. I mean, I don't know what exactly is going to be announced, unless they haven't said, and it's like a big surprise. Boink. Oh no, it does say on this. Oh wait. Yeah, it's for Street Fighter 6. Yeah, I definitely want to check that out. Capcom Countdown. Oh, may now be pointing to Street Fighter 6.
Oh, neat little thing I saw that they added more cast members to this. Original cast members from the original Christmas Story for the sequel.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, you think?
I guess it's not actually known. I will see. I'm curious. Go Capcom. I'm hyped to see what it's about. Like Capcom Fighters is going on right now. That's funny.
And before it's Ultimate Super Street Fighter HD Turbo 5.
Turkey Turbo 3. Something like that, yeah. Maybe it's like Street Fighter 2 Part 6 or 7. How many different versions of Street Fighter 2 are there? There's regular, Champion, right? And then Turbo, so that's 3. So it's 5, right? Because then there's Super and then Super Turbo. So it'll be the 6th iteration. Haha! Oh, wait a minute, there's Ultra Street Fighter 2. So maybe it'll be the 7th. You can get a pickup. I don't know. Maybe, Heather? Rom.com? What? Green shell, please. Yeah, it's definitely not a good thing. Not a good day for me in this game. Except a couple good close ones. Simby! Hi, Simby! Come back into the room. I didn't turn far enough. Oh, Simba? Yeah. Simba. Simba. And I'm racing Simby. Yeah, still the 1 mushroom. I got the 3. Let's go. No. Come on, keep 3rd place. Keep 3rd place. Nope. Blue Shell, like, going after nobody. What? I thought they don't even go after people with ghosts. That's weird. Simba, what's going on? Here we go. We're going to stretch the kid.
Are you freaking kidding me? Should not be losing points in 5th place. Come on, man.
Simba. Hurry. What is it? Simba. There's who's it, GQ City or Super Mutant City? Look, Moral. Simby.
Oh, God.
Hyrule Circuit? What's wrong with that? Except I'm not Link.
I don't like the track.
Oh well. They exist.
It's one of the last 2 tracks I never went on.
Really?
Yep.
Oh. Sorry to hear it. You're gonna have...
The way things are going, it's get up. I went on the new 8 tracks before I over went on the 8 tracks. There's the last 2 tracks.
LOL, someone's name LOL. Ah, shock dodge. Yes. La 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 la. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Cindy. Up for me. Go for that 1st place. Maybe I can get a 1st. shoot, I had mushrooms. I'm like at the end already. Aw. He was way ahead. That didn't matter. I'd seen that Batman and Robin in like a long time. There was like I saw that image again with the Joker or the Riddler.
God, that new Batman movie looks so bad. It looks like a generic ripoff of the Dolan movies, done badly.
Mm-hmm. That one. Not fair. What a shame.
And in the Riddler, if somebody didn't tell me that was supposed to be Riddler, I wouldn't have known that was Riddler. He looks nothing and just like nothing. It's like the Riddler is supposed to look like. I mean, it was just like it just.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I agree. Ah. Okay.
And I saw the trailer twice for that and Sonic over the weekend because I went to see 2 movies yesterday. And they spoil pretty much one of the things that would have been a interesting twist in the trailer. I'm like, I just thought of it. It's like, why would you
That's why I really don't want to look at trailers. I mean, they really spoil it.
Yeah, and it's like, I won't say what, but it's like this one big thing, like one of the characters, like, wait, that pretty much implies something that should be a twist of the movie that should not be, revealed.
There was a video I did see on YouTube. They were like talking about how like they were pretty much kind of like going like why. Well, I guess the whole premise was like why basically like Kingdom Hearts 3 didn't do quite as well or was not as liked as much, and then kind of looked at all the trailers and stuff for it, like, and how they revealed like way too much. Like it became like big spoilers that were like already just well known and stuff like that. It was very interesting, like how at first it was like not saying much, but I think by the time it became to 2018, like trailers started to spoil stuff. There was even trailers showing like the final battle-ish kind of area and stuff like that. Or like Aqua, like Dark Aqua, I guess, or something like that. And various other things. It was just starting to show, like it showed, basically they said they went through it and it showed every single boss of the game was in, if you look at all the trailers, you've seen every boss. I was like, dang. I mean, this is just like in general with trailers. It's like they really just show too much in general. Except like if it's like the first trailer, like how like especially Star Wars and stuff like that, when it's the first trailer, it's usually fine. They don't reveal much, but then later on they start revealing more and more because it's new content to keep people hyped. But it's like they start kind of going a little too far and actually showing really important parts, or just so much of it that it's like, well, you got the whole gist of the movie before you even watch the movie. Yeah, pretty much Chronic. Yeah, they do ruin it. You don't watch game movie trailers. Yeah, like for instance, actually, funny enough, I think I saw Mr. Happy when you talked about. I think he went and talked about after it was a couple weeks and talked about Endgame. He mentioned in there because I really saw much of as far as trailers go or anything revealed before the expansion came out. So when I played through it, it was just I was learning everything as I goes. But he brought up an interesting point that in the trailer for Endwalker, there was one part where the final boss where it has the voice dialogue said some stuff like in the dark, but said stuff, and Happy said, "Oh, I think I know who the final boss is going to be," and that's before even the game came out. And I'm all like, if I saw that, I'd have a completely different outlook. I'm like, oh, I would have ruined it so much because I had absolutely no idea when I was in that second to last area that it just kept me going and interested, and I had no idea. You know, there's no way to really tell from it, but like, oh my gosh, it was just like, even if it was something so simple, you know, something where that final boss, you know, dialogue said I'll ease your pain or something like that. I'm all like, I can kind of see it being in the cutscene, like, you know, it's like you just take it out of context when you look at it in the trailer, but it's like not when you see it during that time. But it's like, yeah, it's a trailer. It probably has more implication of something you shouldn't know when you see it normally in the game, but you already have that idea in the trailer, and I'm like, I'm pretty much with you, Chronic. I really, unless it's like the first trailer or something like that, yeah, I don't even want to. I don't want to see like the later trailers and stuff. I think there was a trailer of something recently for something coming out, or was it a newer? I don't think it was the Sonic 2. I think it was something else. Oh yeah, it was um Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. And I started glancing at it, but I was like, I really actually kind of don't want to see it. I'm already hyped for it. There's no reason for me to even look at the trailer. The whole point of trailers is to get people to go watch it. Why ruin it? They already got me. I'm going to go see it.
Oh yeah, I think if you haven't seen it, it's a good idea not to. I can tell you something.
Pretty much, yeah. I think they go overboard to try and get people, like, obviously the whole point of the trailer is to get people to go see it, to get interest into seeing it, which makes sense. But yeah, when they start explaining stuff, like I remember that Castaway movie from way back, like a couple decades ago or so. I think it's Kevin Costner. It's like the part where he's like stranded on the island, like
You
crashed
think
there, and it's
there
like
was-
the idea was for him to survive, and then what happens next, right?
Right.
But in the trailer, it actually showed a part where it's like back in front of the doorway, seeing his
That was Tom Hanks.
wife or girlfriend, and it's like you could already tell he made it back. You knew he got off. The trailer.
It was Tom Hanks, not Kevin Costner.
Tom Hanks, yeah, that's it. Yeah, not Kevin Costner.
I'm like, wait a minute.
And
Dave?
Wilson!
Wilson!
You paused it when I did that. That's probably a good idea. I definitely don't mind that, Chronic. I probably
Yeah.
should have. I mean, it's a trailer, and you think at the same time, it's gonna be just interesting to see clips and stuff. But it is kind of like you have to worry about stuff that's gonna ruin it, because they're gonna show stuff all over the movie.
Yeah, there might be, there definitely with major spoilers, maybe stuff in there.
Yeah, I think I might just do a thing where, like, if I do look at a trailer for something, I'll not show it on stream at least. Let alone, I probably should just not watch it. Unless it's, of course, if it's something I don't know what it is, some new thing or whatever. Yeah, you'll have to watch it. Or at least, I don't know, look at the reviews and then kind of decide or something like that. I don't know.
Back to the crossing of animals.
Yes.
Summer Trek.
But I'm sure there's so many like movie trailers and stuff, even game trailers. Gotta love game trailers in general. Like they kind of sort of false advertise because they show off stuff that's they don't even show gameplay. They show off just the cinematic part of it. And that always seems to be the thing that gets people really interested to it. And it's like it's kind of a funny thing. It's like story is always great and all. Even though on top of that, that right there means you shouldn't watch it because it's story. They might spoil something. But then it's like, it's a game. It should be... The game is priority more than the story. Story maybe to get you enticed of what it is, but then it should be gameplay stuff. But there's definitely trailers that just show nothing but like cutscenes. And then you're like, I have no idea what the game even is about. Like, what do you actually play? Wasn't there... I was going to say something like with Pokemon Legends Arceus. I remember there were so many people for a good while just kept like, what exactly, other than we knew about like you throwing, you know, Pokeballs and capturing, but it's like, how does it really play? Even though they were showing gameplay. So it's not like this... Where did that green shell even come from? Hello, game? I'm confused. I don't know, there's only 10 more minutes of this anyway. I don't think it's such a good day for me with this game. Besides, we're going to be playing a lot when the new tracks come out. Oh, yeah. And yeah, I think when that comes out, yeah, like that Friday I'll be casting it and Sunday, so... And then we'll see from there, but... Probably those for sure, and I'm guessing those are the only way to play the new tracks is to make a private room, so... That's most likely what's going to be going towards. Kingdom Hearts 3 was the last game you watched the trailers and stuff. I actually... The last year or so of trailers, I really didn't watch much of it, and I'm kind of glad. Because, yeah, after watching that one video, and I think maybe I posted it on my Discord. If not, I'll probably put it after I'm done casting. Is it probably there? But, yeah, it was like, when he basically went back and, like, you know, showed off, you know, what was... You know, like a timeline of when it started to go bad and what was introduced. Is obviously one of those where it's probably if you haven't played the game. Oh yeah, I did post it. Haha. Here, I'll post a link in chat if anyone wants to see it.
I did post that clip I talked about earlier from the other day from Sleeping Dogs in the Twitch clips. I'll look and see how funny it is. The kid just like pops out to the roof. Like, it doesn't work that way. Card does not work that way.
Yeah, actually, the video is called "Did Kingdom Hearts 3 Ruin Itself?" Yeah, it's trailers did, in a way. And it's interesting, especially after you play it. It's like, of course, be interested to watch. If you haven't played it yet, maybe not watch it, you know, until you after you play it, but... Because it does kind of... He actually does go through spoiler stuff, obviously, to make his point across, so... But it was just an interesting thing, and just another example. Trailers are just... not good. It's not good in general in many different ways, including, like, Mighty No. 9's commercial. That's a different way of being bad. B. It's Tigger. T-I-double-G-R. Was it one of the triggers for PSO2? One of the event triggers? Like every time I get hit or hit a wall, I'll be like, ah. Ooh, get the bullet though, just use it. Or maybe we should wait a second. Last long enough around this part. Oh, you would stop.
Oh my god.
I thought it was gonna fall over. Mario Kart.
Oh wow!
Did you shock dodge? Or did you get hit in a very bad way?
I got hit by the lightning bolt and still got my star.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, I pushed
any boost here. No. Getting even like when you're behind someone in that last curve where there's like no walls or anything, it's like even getting a boost from behind another player is like actually really ruins it. All right, well, 2 more races for me, and then I think I'll call it.
That was crazy.
Yep. B. So yeah, 3.5 hours now until whatever Capcom's revealing. I'm very curious. It's also interesting. It's like it's such. Well, I guess it's being revealed on like Monday Japan time. I'm like, that's such a weird like Sunday night, like whatever, like midnight or like Sunday night, Monday morning. Like that's such
Well, you've got to remember
Huh.
they are a Japanese company. They're taking more Japanese time, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep, I agree.
Or, like.
No, I'm not gonna do that, Chocobo. If I'm really feeling like it, I might just go on and stream it, but that's a very up in the air thing. I don't count on it, but I'm not gonna say no either.
Well, Lord, why?
King Smee Tut wants to chat? What? Name even in the channel? Or in the room? You're so tired of farming ARX primals? Get hype, Chronic! Hopefully this is not the part that's gonna burn you out for the game. How awesome it is. It would be a little nice. It's like, yeah, the stuff you have to do, especially light. Are you light farming? Because there is stuff where it's like you have to do. I mean, there's a relic from like, yeah, Shadowbringers basically. It's like you got to do like 20 of like the crystal towers, and then 20 of like what is it, Void Arc stuff, and then 20 of the next. It's like there's no variety. It's just stuff that just keeps you like keeping you busy basically. I really wish they added more. Just do 20, like alliance raids or something like that. So at least has variety every time you do it, or something like that. I don't know.
What?
It's a nitpick, I guess.
For some kind of.
For FF14.
Uh,
Yeah, for relics in FF14, I guess. They did nerf that step? Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing. You could wait a bit and then it'll just be a shorter run of doing it all. That's true, actually. The earlier stuff you're doing, Chronic, yeah, it has... A lot of the relics have been nerfed, right, over time? I don't think there's any that are the same number as originally was. Where the boxes go? It is nice when you get it done, though. It can be good, too, because I remember, like, light farming with, like, Gerudo Extreme, like, back in the day. I forgot which one was. Maybe it was Heaven's Word, maybe? I'm not sure. It was easy enough that it was, like, I could easily be watching other streams and stuff like that. You do so much damage, you kill her in, like, a minute and a half, and then rinse and repeat. Do it 300 times.
I didn't even get hit there.
Relic's not ugly. How'd he get there? What's happening? No! La 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 la. Of course, there's a couple Starman. They're gonna pass us.
I passed it.
Oh yeah, I kept fourth at least.
I passed you though.
Oh, Bleach. I've only seen season 1 and 2. Well, I started seeing 3 and... that was back then when it wasn't in English either. Maybe there was other stuff coming up or I got busy. And it was like at the same time it did kind of... Season 1 and 2 were really good.
Guess who's in the waiting room?
Who? Oh no, it wouldn't. Oh no, Simba, let go. Let go, Simba. Simba, look at him. Oh, no. Look
I
at
can't help
Simba
but
there.
laugh. I feel
See that
bad.
moral? Simba, let go.
I feel bad for she comes right at the end. I can't help but laugh. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you if you're
You have to
listening.
let go. Simba. Good point. Okay.
There we go,
Yeah,
sliding.
it's him, isn't it? What's up, Booch? You made it just in time for the finale. Nice.
Hello, guys.
Ooch.
Ooch.
Welcome to the races.
The last race.
Oh boy. Yeah, I mean, yeah, nice to see you guys. Despite the fact that there's few of us, despite the fact there are so few in voice chat.
There was
Yeah.
more earlier. There was like Throg and Paladin. Paladin went to go get food. Throg went to sleep. He was tired. There's some people on, but it's getting at the end pretty much. So things are slowing down, and they're off to take. There's also, don't forget, it's a long weekend, or at least in the States. It's President Day tomorrow, so people got busy making barbecues or whatever.
President's Day
February.
tomorrow. They're
Yep.
making barbecue. President's Day is tomorrow. So why are people making barbecue today?
Today? Oh, well, because they have tomorrow off. So, party on, right?
Party on,
Celebrate
Wayne.
the presidents in style. 4 scores and 7 burgers ago. Oh my god, that's funny.
Party on, Ooch. Party on.
Party on.
Yeah.
Sick.
I'm surprised you can hear me clearly. I'm actually
Yeah.
on my phone.
Sound great.
Yeah, well,
Yeah. Yeah, this one's a brand new one.
Brand new phone?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
has VOLTE. Oh, that explains it.
Theo? What?
Never mind the details. I'm just glad I'm able to hear you guys clearly.
Yes. Welcome back. Did you get to play some of that Switch Sports yesterday?
I wasn't
At
interested.
that point.
But it was free. But yeah, if you're not interested. I literally, it was like so funny because it's like, I think it was 7 p.m., 3 a.m. on Saturday, and then 11 a.m. Saturday, and then 7 p.m. Saturday, and then 3 a.m. today for at least specific time. And I'm like, was doing other stuff and I kept forgetting to get on. I wanted to once at least. 11 a.m. I forgot completely. Got sidetracked, and that really sucked.
Is that demo still on now?
And then I forgot at 7 p.m. Wow, can I not do worse in this game?
Jeez.
At least you're actually racing. I just joined in.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
think the
wow.
lobby's...
There we go. We're good. Well, don't worry. It's going to open up now if you want. All right. Well, there you go. Those were good races.
I would agree.
You did races too? Nice.
Well, thanks for the races, Mystic.
Yep. Thanks for racing as well, Super Mutant. Yeah, have a good one, and see you next time.
Bye.
See ya.
That's gonna be it for us tonight, too. We got lots of stuff to do and we're tired. But we're gonna be back tomorrow, continuing on with playthrough, beginning chapter 2 of Trigger Happy Havoc Anniversary Edition. It's easy to say, trying to say Dangarongapunga Anniversary Edition. Is one of the longest I'll have to say. Day 6 on Tuesday, Wednesday, hopefully on Wednesday, it's only show 21 Thursday, Mario Kart Deluxe, racing with the great DQ in Oregon. Thursday night, we began our playthrough of Horizon Zero Dawn a few days late because, again, that happened with Sleep Dogs, which, again, finally got out of the way. Finally done. We're done with it. Oh, fish, the DLC is all done. We're done. No, I have to worry about that. Friday, Saturday, day 7 and 8 of Trigger Happy Havoc, and then right back at extending from day 2 Horizon Forbidden West and more Arcade Deluxe, hopefully. That's the upcoming schedule on the channel. Save up on. We got lots of games coming up. Like I said, we got more. We're gonna be continuing on the Trigger Happy Havoc Anniversary Edition until we beat it, and we got coming up next month Far Cry 6 and also got coming up Yakuza 6 Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. So much of the good stuff playing first 2022. So yeah, so follow me on social media. So when I go live, I'll go live, but bunch of streaming, sharing all games, from Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Speaking of YouTube, guys, everybody follow the places, Pat Bennett feature, including all the cast of Mark. Ugh. Well, disconnected. Ugh. Oh, it's still on, I think. Screen's still on. Oh, there's no music now. Let's screw it. That's not gonna matter. But, okay, what was I say? But, yeah, subscribe to the YouTube page, follow the play, this Pat Bennett feature, including all the cast of Mario Kart Deluxe, plus our, played through the Yakuza series, Sleeping Dogs, all the good stuff we played. Go on, more go bikes, race, convention race, all kinds of good stuff. We also got Discord to be doing more stuff on the future, and we want a full schedule got planned for the rest of 2022. We do have a scheduling page for that. Let's see if we can find anybody to host. No. You know, I do like the fact he's still doing the challenge. Rose up Dr. Funky, who is playing Demon. I think Demon Soul. Demon Souls, the original version, the PS3 version. So until next time, we'll go everyone. Peace.